Put down on do not disturb. Get the notification? Hello? You guys coming on? Let's take my boots off.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Let me see.
Hi. Hey. Welcome. Two people.
How y'all doing? Y'all ready to start y'all work weeks if y'all off
On the weekends?
yeah, on the weekends? Our first day back was today.
Ooh.
It was quite a doozy. I'd say one thing, CTA want them buses and trains rolling.
Period.
I didn't get a break the whole day.
I almost said they don't care what you got going on, but I mean, some people do, for the most part.
That's what we get paid to do. So we just making it in. We're finna get out these clothes. What's up, y'all?
22? Wait,
Yeah.
that thing jumped.
What's up? What's up?
Hi.
Can y'all hear us?
Right.
Where are you from? Chicago.
From Chicago.
Got to get my winter jumpsuit altered.
Hey. Adam, how's it going?
Oh, he started new employee orientation tomorrow.
Wish me luck, guys. You got this.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
What position are you starting?
Wow, that's so cool.
Bus operator.
Yes. Welcome aboard.
Yeah. Hey, make sure you get in there early so you get to pick your garage. You know, like, so if you have to, like, let's say if they say you have to be in there by like 8 a.m., man, as soon as you wake up, log into the Zoom chat.
Don't be nervous. It's normal to be nervous, but don't be nervous.
Well, the first day should be pretty easy. It's online from.
Right? Is it? It's like a Zoom call?
Yeah.
Or do you go in person somewhere?
It said like your son.
Which one, me or him?
It said sunglasses.
Sunglasses? Or glasses?
Oh, it said or glasses, yeah. Which one? Her?
Mine?
Her glasses or my glasses?
Look at who's Cobbs. Hey, Cobbs. How you doing, Papa?
What's up, Cobbs?
You can say mine. It's okay. I mean, but we like Adrian's too.
Yeah.
Both. Period. Good answer.
Both. Yes. Man, you remember your first day of bus
Yeah,
operation?
it was like 3 or 4 hours on Zoom.
And then you got to go downtown to 567. They're gonna give you an ID. So what's your height? 6 feet.
No, that's back in the days. I have to be at 5 to 7 tomorrow. Doors open at 6 a.m. to sign in.
Oh, so it's
Crazy.
not online anymore.
Get out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed your vacation. Stay safe out there and God bless. Thank you, Ty
Yeah,
Kid. We did enjoy our
appreciate it.
vacation.
Yeah, it went fast. That's because we were
Man,
like busy.
dude, yeah.
We were like busy. You know, trying to like just produce content every day, have something ready for y'all. So that's kind of like what we were doing, and we still didn't finish the content. We got a couple of more videos that we need to edit. So I'll
Hey,
be there.
Jason. Sorry.
He said I'll be there at 3 a.m. LOL, ready to be.
Number one for seniority.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
The earlier the better.
yup. Earlier the better.
Hi, Jason. How's it going? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Cause
for
you wanna get there just because it looks good. You want to get there early,
Yeah, for sure.
but it's gonna pay off for you because, like, they probably have a sheet and they probably go off that sign-in sheet.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, this person was number one, so you get to pick where
the
you want to
first one
go
to pick, yeah.
on your garage. What garage do you prefer to go to?
Yes. We're doing good. Thanks for asking. We just got off of work. Trying to get ready for the new day 2 of the
It
week.
said, if you are 6 feet, then the lady behind you must be 5'8". By the way, I'm from India. Shout out India.
Yeah.
Wow. I would love to go there because I see like the videos, like you can get like massages on the street. You can get like your beard trimmed or, you know, haircuts on the street.
That'd be so cool.
So I wanted to try that. I wanted
That'd
to
be
blog
so
that.
cool to go to India.
So yeah.
What the cops say? Once upon a time, you two were flagmen. I am so proud to have been a part of your journey, Supervisor.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes,
Supervisor
yes.
Soon. Thank you,
Yeah,
Kyle.
yeah.
We appreciate that.
I want to be instruction.
Dude,
But
you don't want to start supervisor at least?
No. But yeah, man, flagging. That was quite a journey.
Yes. And he flagged for a year. I only flagged for like 2 seconds, like
Yeah.
2.5, 3 months.
Yeah, it was worth it. If I can go back, I wouldn't change it because I learned a lot flagging those trains on the right of way. I learned a lot because you just standing there, you know, for the most part until a train approaches you. So you got no choice but to learn your signals. Learn, like, if you're standing at, like, let's say we used to flag at Tower 18, which is basically Clark and Lake. And if you standing there and you can just see those tracks move and switch and, you know, track will just move and you like, a train coming. So I always knew when a train was coming.
How's
What's
you guys'
up?
weekend? It's doing good. It's coming to an end. But just want to take the time and say thank you for your video. When I applied, it was in July, and I was watching your videos to keep me going and motivated. But now the time is here, and I am just ready. Wow.
Man.
Wow, that's so cool.
So you manifested that. That's so cool.
That's so cool.
So he pretty much used the videos as the frequency to stay on that right frequency and path.
That's so cool.
Congratulations.
Yes. I prefer to stay up north, honestly, but at this point, I'm willing to start anywhere. Right. Literally.
Yeah.
I prefer north as well, but by the time it got to me, I had to pick 77th, which was great because you had all the buses there, right? You had the Nova, the Flyer, the Arctic, so it was cool.
Said my first year, I'm ready for overtime. Honestly, got to sacrifice a lot my first year. What, with the overtime?
No, I was ready for someone else's comment. Sorry. I gotta have it again. No, sorry. No, he could be a instructor. I'm not rating on his parade. I wanted to do what he wanted. I didn't know that he wanted to go straight to instruction, which is awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I wanted clarity.
Sorry about the noise. We getting our water heater replaced.
Yeah.
So sorry about that.
So the only thing about overtime your first year, kind of master your craft first. And I think I might have said it recently. I don't remember if I have it. But master your craft, master your route, master the bus first before you really jump into overtime. Also be mindful that some of the runs have built-in overtime already. So you're already gonna work more than 8 hours, and if you're late, that's even more money you're gonna add to your day. But if we have one word of advice, take your time on overtime, at least your first year. If you feel comfortable after like maybe like 3 or 4 months, then do you?
Well,
Regardless.
I would say like, you know, your first week or two, don't do it. You know, just because it typically takes about 2 weeks to get your bearings under you. You know, you kind of know what to look out for and just different stuff like that. I would say after the first 2 weeks, you know, if you're feeling comfortable, then you can start kicking it up. I would say, you know, sign up for one of your off days or something like that. Or if you want to stay later or come in earlier, then go for it.
He said that haircuts on the streets are in your rarely available and can be disappeared in some years. So please come as soon as possible. Yeah.
They cheap, right? They say you can get a $2 haircut. He said law of attraction. Yes, law of attraction. Yes. Once you figure it out, you're unstoppable. You know what we can do with our brain and just our mind. That's kind of where we get our name from, you know, Fit Minds. We believe everything starts with the mental. Holding it, he said, do supervision first. It will help when going to instruction. Yeah. Because we see that a lot of people that went straight into instruction, they have to do the supervision class anyway.
Right.
So they got to come back and do that step. Said, how has your job been? It's been good.
Yeah. No complaints.
Yeah.
You just got to take it one trip at a time, one station stop at a time.
Yeah.
You are looking like Roman Reigns. Hey.
Who is that?
That's the guy from India.
Roman Reigns?
You do like I feel like Roman Reigns like royal empire, like royalty. That's how is that correct? Am I correct on that? Cobb said, okay, both you all can be instructors. Big bro Amber is going run on everything. Going run everything. LOL. Please. I've been driving for FedEx as a delivery driver for 9 years, and honestly, this move makes me nervous, but I know once I master the bus, I can pretty much handle overtime.
Yeah. You know what?
LOL.
No, he wasn't. WWE superstar. That's funny.
Look it up on your phone.
The bus, it could be intimidating once you, I mean, like as you sitting back thinking about it, but as you continue to progress through the training, you're gonna get more and more comfortable, and I guarantee you after a month, you're gonna be like a pro. You know, people are gonna be like, man, how long you been doing this? I'm new. But I mean, you got delivery experience. That's similar. I mean,
Customer service.
yeah. Whoa, look at this. That's funny. Now that's funny.
Oh, that's right.
I appreciate that.
I think it's the beard, maybe.
No, bring up the other person, Patu.
Patu.
Yeah. A couple coworkers said that I look like that guy. Yeah. Yeah, but you got the basics. When you were driving for FedEx, what did you need a CDL, maybe a Class C or something like that? I'm curious. But yeah, like the training, you're gonna love the training.
It's so hands-on.
Yeah.
It's that he looks like him, Patu.
This who they say I look like. He said, but who knows? Maybe once I master the bus, I can probably move around to the rail.
Yes, that's what I
Definitely.
did.
The rail is easier than the bus. The rail, you don't have to worry about traffic.
Right.
So you just powering up and down. That's it. You don't even have to worry about traffic. I honestly, officially, they say hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome.
And that's kind of why, like, I came this close a couple times to being a bus operator. But I don't do well with traffic. I probably got road rage.
Probably.
So I was like, yeah, I can't do it. But I always envision myself being a train operator. That's something I've always wanted. When I worked in the big, you can read it.
When I worked in the beginning with FedEx, you needed a CDLC, but that changed a couple of years ago, and now you just need a regular license. But I went to school this year to get my CDLB.
Oh, so you gotta be. So only thing, if he had a B, then he could just upgrade his CDL and put the endorsements.
Yeah, you need air brakes and passenger.
So I think you can just do that once you go to the DMV to get the actual permit. So he probably don't even have to qualify.
Yeah,
you might be in good shape.
Those endorsements,
No, you have to get the endorsements to start the training.
Right.
You need that. Right. You have to show up with it. You can't get in the class. So, man, that's good. You might, don't tell nobody we told you that, but yeah, you might. I would just inquire. I'd be like, do I have to qualify at the end of this training? So, but you will have to qualify as far as like taking the fares, just different SOPs. You will have to qualify with that.
He said air brake is already included with the CDLB, but I did get my permit for passenger a couple months ago. Amazing, perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So he might be good to go.
Yeah. Smooth sailing at that point.
Yeah. Man, y'all. They really worked me today. And we got to be up early tomorrow.
The videos help, guys. Thank you. No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
See, people like you, that's why we do it.
Funny thing about it is I want to say me. I almost gave up on the videos. That's a long story, but thanks to her, she kept it alive because it was a real weird moment where some of our videos were in a gray area just because of there's certain things that we can and can't show as far as work. And then, you got people that hate on you. They want to run and go tell, and, I'm watching your live stream for the first time. I'm subscribing to you because the way you're treating people and talking. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like everybody I come across, I just want to get to know you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's so much to learn about the world and other people. Mm-hmm. But India, I definitely want to go.
Yes. What did I say? I can show love back by saying thank you. Just keep pushing and grinding through the city because the video helped me learn about CTA.
Yeah, and that's the thing because there's some people that don't have that type of mentality. They don't want us to show videos like that because they'll think that, this person will come for my job, or this person, if they get hired, they'll eat up some of the overtime. And I'm just like, it's not that way because there's enough work out here for all of us. There's always going to be overtime. There's always going to be a place to work. Yeah. Say, is there any risk to live in the USA because of gun culture? Yes and no. That's a loaded answer I would have to give. I mean, I don't know. There's just certain places I don't go. Certain things I just avoid, and I just know that I'm protected by God, and that's how I live my life, and I do everything in my power to protect myself and my family, and then just go from there.
It's all the people's gas, right?
But yeah, y'all, man, this is fun. Talking with y'all, chit-chatting with y'all. But yeah, we're hoping to bring more content, more videos. I had an idea. I wanted to do a so the bus tours. I had an idea of doing a subscriber like ride along, like have y'all meet us and we all do a bus tour together, and then we go somewhere to eat and stuff like that, and put that together for a video. But yeah,
That'd be like a cool way to celebrate our when we hit 1,000.
yeah, we're trying to let's say add a Q&A sticker. We're trying to reach 1,000 subs.
We're so close.
Yeah, I think the last time we checked, how many subs we were at? Let me see.
Last time I was like 934, I think.
Yeah, we've been blessed with we had 935.
That might have been him. He said he was gonna subscribe. Thanks for the sub.
Yeah, thanks for the sub. We appreciate it. Thanks for the subs, the like, all the support on the videos. You said something about CTA needing more people on one of your videos. Can you explain more about that? Is CTA expanding routes? So I hate to use this example about the whole COVID thing, but what happened was with COVID, you had a lot of people that quit, you had a lot of people that retired, and on top of that, CTA was in like a weird area where they weren't really hiring people and they weren't progressing people on to those different trainings. Like for train operator, at that point, you had people flagging and being in limbo for like 2, 3, 4 years. You know, there was a demand for operators, but CTA kind of like dragged on it. I'm not sure why. And then like out of nowhere, the world pretty much opened back up. So the need for bus and train operators like doubled, if not tripled. And then you got to think about this. So like every time they put a class of bus or train operators through, you got the people that have been there. They say, you know what? I want to be a supervisor. I want to be an instructor. I want to be a manager, or I want to move to a different position. You know, so you got to keep filling those positions, because CTA is so big and you got people that's literally moving around to different departments, different promotions all the time. Like I would say in the last year or so that I've been paying attention, like there has been flagger classes for train operators. There's been multiple classes for rail instructors, bus supervisors, all of that. So you got people that's moving around, rail controller, like you name it. Like if you go on the website every Friday, they list new jobs every Friday, and I just got used to that. Every Friday, I just go on there every week without fail, and I look at it because I know that some people, they'll come and ask me, hey, is CTA hiring for this, or do you know this job? You know, are you familiar with it? And I can just be like, yeah, I've seen it, and we're hiring for it, put in for it. So yeah, that's kind of why CTA always need people. And there's always a need for overtime, because you got to think that when somebody gets sick, they won't come in, you know, so it's pretty much the next person up, you know, and that's why overtime is plentiful. Let me see. Man, these comments moving fast. Hold on. I'm trying to go back to, do you see it? Oh, I think I went up too far. Yeah, he was asking about why do they need
this one.
Okay.
So then
make a transformation series on yourself. Wow. Go ahead.
No, someone asked about no, the buses are not, are they diesel?
Yeah, they are diesel.
Oh, they are, okay.
That's diesel fuel.
Okay.
Yep.
Is the
That's
flag,
one thing I do know.
is the flagger and train operator the same? Is the classes hard?
A flagger and a train operator are the same, yes. You have to come in as a flagman. Another way of saying train operator. You have to come in as a flagman. You pretty much, you learn the right of way. You learn how to walk the tracks. You learn what you should be seeing out there. Like if you can, okay, so a flagman, when you get hired on as a flagman, basically you're protecting workers and equipment on the right of way. So as a flagman, you're gonna give commands and signals to the train operator. I probably shouldn't say this because they'll probably get big-headed about this, but technically a flagman has a train operator has to listen to the flagman. So whatever signal that flagman is given, the train operator has to listen. But I wouldn't get too big-headed about that because there's a lot of flagmen that would take that and, run with that. It's like, I've flagged, I'm a train operator. I know how to do the job. I know the ins and out of the job. But yeah, that's basically in a nutshell what a flagman has to be. Now, is the class hard? No. As long as you pay attention and you create flashcards, you can pass the class.
And you almost kind of want it hard enough or bad enough because it's gonna be, especially RTO class. I feel like it's a lot thrown at you sometimes at one time. RTO is rapid transit operator or train operator. Sometimes there's a lot of information thrown at you at one time. But of course, if you need help, right? You ask for help. You create study groups with other people in your classroom. But again, a lot of it is, do you have enough will inside to push through those uncertainties or those frustrations through class and through all that learning?
It's gonna be like bus operator training, but this is what I mean. You have to come home every day after your training. Come home every day and devote 30 minutes to an hour to go back over the material and do homework. If you do that, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Always do that. Develop that habit. But train operator, it's like I was ready. So it was nothing that they threw at me where I was gonna be like, oh, this hard, or I don't think I can do it. Is it challenging? Yes, it is. It is challenging. Says, so what was hard for you guys in the beginning, bus operator or train operator? I think for me, with the buses, what was hard for me was just feeling comfortable handling heavy machinery, because that's what it is. A bus is heavy machinery. Like, you have to think that, okay, if you mess up or make a mistake in a bus, there's a potential that people can lose their lives. You hit somebody with a bus, you gonna break some bones or they gonna die. So you like, man, let me make sure I'm on my square. So I think that's what it was with a bus. I just had to, he said, so what was hard for you guys in the beginning as a bus operator or train operator? I was telling him that starting with the bus, operating heavy machinery, I had to get used to that. Was my first time. But when I went to be a train operator, it's translated over. Because for me, some of those flagmen and some of those people that were being train operators with me, that was their first time operating heavy machinery.
Yeah.
And so it was like me and 3 or 4 people that came from the bus side, we took to it like that.
Yeah.
And they were like, wow, they was like, the bus side is like used to this. Like, yeah, we were so used to dealing with heavy machinery and just feeling comfortable being in a big vehicle, so it came like second nature. He said, Trente say, yo,
Hey.
is CTA ordering? They all
Man,
the
they
time, all the
new
time.
Novas.
They always ordering Novas. I actually like the new Novas. I feel like they're easier to operate. Maybe that's because they new. you know, the older ones get kind of stiff. You like, dang, they need to replace this. But yeah, they always ordering Novas. So said, you know that I am from India, so what type of job can I get in the U.S. at the undergraduation and to live there? CTA.
Right. Yep.
Come be a bus operator, train operator, bus mechanic.
Someone's asking if the flyers are getting phased out.
Man, that's
hard
hard
to
to say.
say.
I always see flyers. They better not get
Yeah.
rid of no flyers.
That's a
like the
great
staple.
question.
That's like the staple
Yeah.
of this company. Like, do not get rid of no new flyer. I remember, so quick story, y'all. I remember when I was in the bus garage, right? There was this job as services where you would like divvy out the buses to the bus operators. They would come to you, you have this clipboard, and you have a list of buses that are staged in the different bays. And I was sitting up there with this mechanic because he was like filling in because they can do it sometimes. And this one operator, she came in, she was like, yeah, give me a flyer. And they gave her a Nova. And man, she flipped. She was like, what the hell y'all gave me this slow ass bus for? I'm going out here in rush hour. I need me a flyer. I was like, ooh. And you know, they stayed cool. They just looked at her like she was crazy. And she went out to that bay and got that bus and
Got
you
the
know,
moving.
yeah. The benefits are really good, honestly, but man, they are expensive, LOL. I'm planning to put my family in. Yeah. Reach for your family. Share the videos too. Let them watch the videos. Yeah, definitely reach for your family. Everybody can eat.
The flyers are icons.
Right? They icons. Don't touch
And
no flyers.
And I'm sure when you went through your CDO training, did you guys always use a flyer?
Yeah.
We didn't touch a Nova until we were in line instruction.
Yeah. No. It was one time we was in our training, we went to 74th Garage and that's where we got the Novas. But yeah, pretty much the whole time. So yeah, I want to tell him that too, because you finna start your training. So pretty much the whole time, I want to say maybe 80% of the time, you're gonna be doing all your skill challenges with new flyers.
Yeah. Because I think they do the obstacle course, you know, when you do you said the qualification process.
Yeah.
That's with the new flyers.
And then when you operate the Arctic, it's gonna be fun.
Yes, so fun. It's
You're gonna
so
be like,
smooth.
what?
It rides so smooth.
You gonna want a Arctic all the time.
Yep. But some garages don't have Arctics.
How much? He said, how much should I get paid being a bus operator in the USA?
It depends on what city you go to.
If you come to Chicago, it's gonna be what, 90,000 base?
Yeah, I think like 44 some change an hour.
So it's gonna be like 90,000 if you come here to Chicago.
So it just depends on what city. I think New York is the highest paid. Are they?
I'm not sure. I can't comment on that one.
Okay.
Someone said that the Arctics are easy, and if you can master that, you can master the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're the longest buses we have.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I used to be so intimidated. This is the bus alone, but I used to be so intimidated. But me having to, I had to pick 77th, and of course you got to qualify on the Arctic.
You guys were running Arctics on 79th Street, right?
79th on Cottage. What other one? I think 87th maybe. Well, those are the
It's almost
main two.
like, would you agree that when you got an Arctic, like you pretty much it's a way to get the customers up off you?
That's why I love the Arctic.
It's so
And I
much
think that's
room.
why I love the train, because you have so much space. You're not on top of, the customers are not on top of you when you're operating. You're on your little cab. I want to become a train operator, but I don't see any open positions for them or the flyers. I might become a part-time bus operator instead. Whatever's gonna be your easiest way to
Look.
get in.
This is what you do. You get your foot in the door.
Yes.
Like, I don't care what job you pick. Get your foot in the door and get this badge, because once you get a badge number, it gives you preference. And like once you go to apply for different jobs, that's the first thing they're gonna look at. They're gonna be like, oh, this person is in house.
Yeah.
So give them the preference over everybody. Said what are Arctics? Arctics are the
Articulated buses.
articulated buses.
So a standard bus is 40 feet. The Arctics, articulated
Come on, you can step
buses
in.
are 60 feet. So if you ever seen those buses with like that gray accordion looking middle part, that's what an Arctic is, an articulated bus. So they're just the longest type of bus that CTA has. 40 is the standard, 60 feet is the Arctic. He said in one of the videos you guys were in downtown and there was a flash letting the bus go first. I was
talking
shocked.
about the
Yeah,
light.
the light. I was shocked because the city and CTA has changed so much that is smart and helpful for CTA. Yeah, because when I found out what that was, and I was searching for, especially downtown, I was searching for those parallel white lights. I'm like, oh, I got that light. I'm going because he talked about traffic earlier. If you're not someone that is necessarily too fond of traffic, you are going to love those lights that CT in Chicago has.
He said he got a 75 number on his bag.
Woo! I'm coming as a 7.5 badge. Wow.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. They gonna
Or 7.7. I can't remember. Whatever it is.
Yeah, they gonna laugh at you.
LOL.
But
yeah,
look,
because they laughed at us when we had 6.6 badges.
right. But look, whether it's your badge, wait, I'm putting in myself. Whether it's your badge, my badge, or her badge,
We all the same.
it comes with a paycheck.
Period. You understand me? We all get paid the same.
Yup, it comes with a paycheck. That's all you got to remember.
Yeah, I see Novus Northern. I see Flyers. I just see Arctic routes at the jump. Oh yeah, the J14.
Oh yeah, we wanted to do that one.
Yeah, they stay on J14.
Yeah. Yeah, see that's why I'm like you can't phase out all the Arctics. Like what are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. Because like we were just talking about the other day, like if you get rid of an Arctic, you're gonna have to replace that Arctic with 2 standard buses.
Right.
Which means that you need more manpower to fill those 2 buses.
But they want to yeah, can you stop them? They going crazy.
Hey,
As you can see, like what they want to do is what's up, Anthony? Anthony Hicks. What they want to do is, I'm not sure if I said this in one of the videos, but they do want to go to buses every 10 minutes.
yeah.
They not there yet.
On
So
some routes, yep.
on some,
That's what they say. It's on some routes, the frequent stops or the frequent pledge or whatever they're trying to call it is some routes is every 10 minutes.
yeah, cause from what I see is they wanna always try to like compete with Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
You know, like if I can wait 5 minutes for a bus
And it's $2.50
and versus getting my $14 Uber, I'm gonna,
Right, go for
I'm gonna go with the bus. I'm gonna wait on the bus.
He says I'm trying to get a car.
Don't get it.
I was gonna say
Don't do it.
Hold on. If you do go for a bus operator or whatever position in the company, hold on before you, because you may be surprised you may not need that car.
You get free transit, so if you could,
Coming from people that had 2 cars, now we just have
yeah,
one.
and we don't even need that one. You know,
Right.
we barely use it. With that free transit for being employees, it's gonna go a long way. So you can save. You won't need to buy gas or pay for a car note.
Or car insurance, that's
Yeah.
expensive now too. Someone
Yeah,
said,
car insurance is real expensive. We pay like $260 for like one car.
yeah, I'm pissed about it. He said, also, I can't wait for my first year voucher. I think that is awesome. That uniform voucher
Yeah.
is everything.
It's gonna come in handy.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna come. Oh, but you know what? You got the
The
payroll deductible. So
as a new hire.
as a new hire, you can go and
Get up to $200.
up to $200
and
deducted
they
from your
deduct
paycheck.
$50.
Yeah, they deduct like $50 a paycheck, which is cool because you at least know like, all right, I think I can get a couple of shirts, and maybe a pair of pants.
Yeah.
And maybe the other pair of pants you can come out of pocket with it and just build from there. Man, I would wash and rotate every couple of days. You
I
know.
gotta ask, do you guys both work for the same terminal or different ones? Sorry, I meant house.
He said, "Do we work at the same terminal?"
Yeah, we're both out of O'Hare.
Yeah.
Yeah, O'Hare terminal.
Yeah.
At one point, I was at Harlem Green. He was at O'Hare. And then the last 2 picks, I was out of Forest Park. He was out of O'Hare. And then this current pick, we're both out of O'Hare.
Yeah. But I have a pink line qual. I can operate out of the 54th pink line. But I do not like the pink line. I don't like operating on an elevated structure. I don't like it because it's just too busy.
I think because I qualified as a train operator on the elevated, which is like the green, brown, orange, pink, purple, yellow. I have like a kind of like a soft spot for it in my heart for the elevated. Will I go back? No. It's just a lot going on the elevator. You got a lot going on.
To me, it's a bottleneck.
Yeah, it most definitely is.
Because every time and it's always something going on, it's always a sick person on the orange line. You know what I mean? So it's either one or two things they can do. They either gonna tell you operator remain standing because there's somebody sick on the train ahead, or they gonna re-loop you or turn you. I ain't got time for that. I need to go in one direction. I have a hard time paying attention to the single direction. Now you trying to cross me and flip me up. I swear one time I got to Clinton. You know, Clinton is right before the Lake Street Bridge, and then you go into Clark and Lake. Something happened in the loop, and I was operating on the pink line. I got to Clinton, and they wanted to turn me. I was like, "Control, can you repeat what's the instruction?" They said, "You know what? We gonna send the supervisor." The supervisor had to help me. Cause I'm like, what? I ain't never turned no train in this area. I don't know this route like this, you know? And it could be intimidating.
Okay, so we paid $260 a month for car insurance. I'm kind of going back a little bit. He said he'll just pay with his credit card. He don't want them taking out money out of check. You ain't wrong for doing that.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Is CTA going to order the 2026? Is CTA bus going to order the 20? I'm not sure what that is. Y'all are literally my favorite YouTubers.
Aww.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Thank you. We're humbled that you said that, for real. Man, y'all making me apply tomorrow to go to rail. Put it in. Put it in.
Yeah.
Someone said, I'm in training now for MARTA Atlanta. Y'all are a big motivation for me. Really? Shout out to Atlanta, not MARTA.
Man.
I would love to go to Atlanta and ride their system.
Yeah.
You want to do it?
Wait, are you gonna be a bus operator or a train operator? Like, what position are you gonna start with them? I'm so curious now.
He said they should put the 7,000 on the other lines.
Whoa! They gotta work out the kinks on the blue line first. They still ain't worked out the kinks,
Yeah,
and
with the
you know,
7,000s.
man, them trains are so sensitive. I'm telling you, they so sensitive. Till it ain't even funny. Like. Yeah, I remember when I first qualified and I was getting them 7,000, I had to say a prayer before I start the train up because I'm just like, God, please don't let this train break down on me. You know,
You stupid.
be waiting on the tow truck to come get your 7,000 train.
He said on Google the salary of a CTA bus operator is $4,300 a month. Is that enough to live there? It depends on what area you live at. Some areas are more expensive than others. It just depends on your lifestyle too.
Do you know that there's some bus operators that's making $200,000 a year plus?
Yes, multiple. Yes. So that's just base. Whatever you're Googling is just the base pay of what's on public record.
R142A, they said, hey, R142.
He said, yeah, he said, hell yeah, they're motivations. Thank you. Yes, bus operator, we have to do that before the rail. Wow, they make you be a bus operator before. That's crazy.
He say it's outdated here, but they're doing some updates.
Wow.
So you got to be a bus operator before you go to the rail?
That's insane.
I'll be like, no.
Come here, big dog. No, I don't know about that.
Yeah. If I want to go to the rail, let me go to the rail. I ain't come for no bus or vice versa. You know, that's crazy. What? I'm so interested. Man, we got to interview you. We have to interview you.
Oh, don't play. We'll make a trip out there.
Atlanta is our second home.
Yeah, low-key, we love Atlanta.
So let us know when you get situated. We'll do an interview with you. That'll be so cool. We come ride your bus with you.
Yes.
We do a bus tour in Atlanta.
How cool would that be? He said, by the way, my man is knowing his Spanish. Keep feeding him the gandulas. LOL, papa. Okay. We're doing good. How are you? He said he's about to leave out. Have a good night. Be
Yeah, have a
safe
good
wherever
night.
you're going.
Have a good night.
The CTA bus order train. If I can go to CTA, I'll head to Pace. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
There's a lot of people that start at Pace and come over to CTA.
Yeah.
Because it's more pay. But you know what? Pace is a lot less of a headache. I will say that.
You understand me? He said, Elijah. Hey, Elijah, welcome.
Man, Elijah.
My favorite couple on YouTube. What's up?
Yeah.
Back to work. Let's get it.
Man, Elijah,
Yeah.
we was talking about you the other day. We was like,
Yeah.
Elijah. I was like, we got to go to New Jersey. We got to meet up with Elijah. Like, I think we was talking about you last night. Like, how we had fun on the other live. We was just kikiing on the way to the Hawks game, to the Black Hawks game.
Yeah.
Man, we had fun.
He said truck drivers are making under 20K a year, bro.
Super dangerous, but
super poor.
man,
Why have I been hearing that?
and you can't go home. You gotta sleep on the truck.
That sucks.
That's why I don't understand that, because I'm like, some people, they watch the videos and they truck drivers, and it's like, why not come over to CTA? You home every night. You driving 13, 16 hours a day on that truck anyway. Just come on and be a bus operator, and you gonna make more.
Yeah.
And then you got room to like move up to different positions and stuff. You might be a bus supervisor, make even more money, and never touch a bus again.
Right.
You know, it's a no-brainer.
He says CTA is real better. It is real better. Pace is too overrated. LOL. Someone said, I seen you two today at the gas station.
That wasn't us.
We went at a gas station today.
That wasn't us.
He said, well, thank you guys. I'm heading to bed. Got to get up super early for NEO tomorrow. Thank you guys. Good luck.
Yeah. Let us know how it goes.
Positive vibes to
yeah.
you.
Maybe we'll do a live tomorrow if we're not too tired. Yeah, all the positive vibes. You're going to do well.
Yeah.
Just
Reach
get
out
there
if you have
early.
any
Yeah. You
questions.
got any questions, let us know. We'll definitely walk through it with you. If y'all want to join the Discord too.
That's probably the best way to get in contact with
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Like I know our email is on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But if you want to join
Yeah,
our
like
Discord,
if you got like some quick questions about, hey, I saw this in training or that, hit the Discord link and text us. We'll get it right to our phone.
I just said I'm here for it.
Yeah.
He said Jersey's my second home. That's so cool. I have a sketch of a CTA training in my sketchbook. I want to show y'all it so y'all can sign it. Get out of here. You want our signature?
He sketched it. Hey, look, we need a maybe
do merch.
Yeah, we're trying to do a shirt, so maybe we can buy it from you. I would love to see how it looked. He said he got a sketch.
That's so cool.
Cause what we wanted to do was we wanted to make a shirt, and on the top it say a train coming with a train, and then we want to make another one that say a bus coming with a bus on it. Said thank y'all for y'all service.
Yeah, of
You're
course.
welcome. You're welcome.
Y'all want to go yet to O'Hare Airport? I'm a truck driver for waste management. I wish I lived in Chicago. I would definitely make that switch to CTA in a heartbeat. Wow, waste management.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
Yeah. I was trying to before I came to CTA, I was trying to get to waste management. I wanted to do that. I think one of the reps or something for the company, he was saying that you can make $100,000 a year.
Wow.
And I was like, I was trying to get to it, but
Yeah.
I think what prevented me was I didn't have a CDL. I think you got to come with a CDL. And at the time, I didn't have one.
Yeah.
And CTA was like, we basically train you for CDL and pay for it.
Trey said he got to finish it. So once you finish it, you let us know.
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
can
yeah.
Come meet you.
Don't forget about us.
No, for real.
Finish it and send it to us because we want to use it.
Courtney. My brother, man, I love y'all. Keep on shining. Thank you, too, for the rare word, knowledge, and wisdom. Your boy, the flagger, CJ from O'Hare.
Wait, what? Read that again. Who is that? Courtney Jordan.
Yeah, right here. CJ from O'Hare.
Who was that?
I don't know, one CJ.
And that's a female.
Yeah, wait. Don't come for us. What do you mean? CJ Flagger from O'Hare. Oh, shoot. Don't charge our heart. Charge it to your head, please.
Yeah.
He said, yo, I could help. Please don't stop making videos. We don't plan on stop making videos. So
Yeah.
Truckers make 100K a year. We have bus operators and train operators and switchmen and towermen.
That make over
And
200.
instructors and supervisors that make over 200. So
Yeah.
it depends on how motivated you are to make money.
I don't know. I don't have nothing against like the trucking, but it's just the thing of like you can't go home. You know, so that's what I'm thinking of. I be wanting to go home.
That's major. Says waste management is nationwide. Yeah, it is. 73 ounces out of Chicago garage. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Courtney Jordan. Say your name. I'm sorry. Who is Courtney Jordan?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
Shoot.
It says 70,000 truckers in California are getting their license yanked. Yeah. Because I think they got it, they didn't get it the right way. It was some under the table stuff. He said, Elijah said, it's okay, it pays the bills. You definitely have to come in the door with a CDL. I've been driving since 2005. Honestly, I'm just looking to make a change. Hey, did you see the last video that we did with the operator, the train operator from Kimball? He came from Missouri.
First California, then Missouri.
Yeah,
Then here.
yeah. So, honestly, when he said that, I thought about you a lot. I'm like, he could do that. He could come on over from New Jersey.
Yes.
I like so want you to uproot and come over here.
You got people you know over here, Papa.
Yeah. I'm like Ryan did it. He came from Missouri, from California, Missouri, then Chicago, and he's so passionate. He's like, you can tell, you can see the passion oozing off of him. He like, man, I don't need no car, none of that.
Oh, that motivated me. Like, damn, I don't need a car either.
Yeah. Cause you pretty much can get your groceries delivered to you.
That part, or you can just go with the shopping cart.
How do you say hi on here with
I don't know. I keep trying to.
Yeah, I keep trying to.
I don't want to say hi.
Man, we don't know these features.
Yeah, no, right?
Definitely though.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. He said, don't stop the video.
We're not going to. We have no plans on stopping.
What's some other content y'all want to see? Do y'all like the bus tours? We trying to, I think each bus tour we do, we get better and better at it. That last one, I really enjoyed that night bus tour with that new camera angle. He said, I can guarantee you they not making 100K. Maybe you can do 20K if you work your tail off plus violations at every way station. I swear it ain't worth it. It don't seem worth it. He right, it just don't seem. He say if you work your tail off. He say y'all gonna leave the blue line. No, I don't see it. We were thinking about going to Kimball.
Yeah.
Just cause that's pretty close to us too. But I don't see myself leaving the brown line because.
You mean the blue line?
Oh, I'm sorry, the blue line.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like home. Like that's my route. That's my place. You know. Mm-hmm. It's like when you grow up somewhere, you like this is home. I learned everything I needed to learn on the blue line because it was a big terminal, you know, and you see some of everything. You see people from all walks of life. You know, come across all type of problems. You see people solve problems.
Yeah.
You know, once you go to a big terminal like that and you see like a supervisor handle a issue or a problem, you like, man, I'm hooked. You know.
Trey said he loves them, so he loves the bus tours. He
Yeah.
said, what's our favorite rail car series? But you already talked about it.
I like 2600. 2600 is like the flyer. You know how like the new flyers are fast? 2600 rail cars are like insane. I call that train the Hellcat.
LOL, not a
Yeah.
Hellcat.
But it's crazy because when I first started operating that type of train, I hated it. I hated that clutch. I couldn't tell
Yeah. where
what
you were
position
at.
my master controller was in. I always had to look down like, where am I at? Where am I at? You know. But once I got the hang of it, I was searching for that train. I'm like, oh, I want a 2600 because you could literally catch up to your leader so fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll never be late with that train.
My favorite rail car, I don't think I have a favorite. I probably will say 7000, but that's just because I don't have to climb up a window right on a 3200. I have to climb up the window so that I can open up my doors. So it's yeah. Plus 7000 are pretty fast too.
7,000s are fast. The
braking is
braking
impeccable.
is immaculate. The
braking
braking
is
is real
great.
good. You can come in NASCAR fast in your stations, and you can brake on a dime, and that train will handle and respond well. You can break it down. There's no doubt about it. You gonna get some good braking.
Courtney said I went back to driving the truck back to OTR.
Oh, he went back to on the road trucking. That's
Yeah.
what OTR is.
Okay.
So he said he went back. Oh,
Do you remember?
Courtney.
Do you remember now?
No.
Damn.
Courtney. I don't know who that is. You got to refresh our memory.
He's like, how much more you want me? Yeah, I know. Yes, tell us a joke.
Yeah.
Do CT bus order bus? I mean, yes, they do order buses. They have a bunch of new Novas out there.
They order buses all the time.
Yeah. Trey says, do y'all choose which series or train on the trip, or are they assigned?
You can try.
I always try. And that's just not me trying to be a brat. It's just, I feel like if I'm gonna be on those tracks on that train for an hour and a half minimum, let me at least get what I want, right? But I'm also not gonna be one to cause drama and cause a hard time for my supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Like I do my job so they don't have to do their job, if that makes sense. But you could kind of request it. Most supervisors just gonna tell you, no, you got the next one out, take it. Arrows are on pocket one, take up the train and keep it moving. It just depends.
I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a scooter. I'm ready to go. It's time to get somewhere.
Silly.
Whatever's in the pocket, whatever I'm assigned to, I'm coming out and I'm ready to go. But it's funny though because I like the mixture that I get. Like I could start my day with an older train, a 3200, and then I'm like, I'm kind of tired of this. And I get a 7,000. And I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this 7,000.
Damn.
And but you could literally have some days where you only get one kind of train. You'll only get 7,000s.
Right.
Or you'll only get old equipment. And you be like, man, I'm tired. I need a break. I need something new.
Yeah.
Because the 7,000, the technology is all computerized. So it's telling you everything.
Yep.
So it's less thinking in a sense.
Elijah says, if I can find a decent neighborhood to live, I definitely will. I remember you guys telling me about Logan Square amongst other neighborhoods. I only really stayed in West Town. Those are great options.
Yeah.
But I know that someone had asked, like, how much does it live to live? You know, how much does it pay? What is it? How much does it cost? Sorry. Ooh, brain fart. How much it costs to live in Chicago? Again, it all depends on your budget and, you know, what you're comfortable with paying for rent, you know, so. Trey said it's the rail car with the light blue lighting inside the cars. Yeah, those are the 7,000s, right?
With the what in
Blue, he said it's a rail car with the light blue lighting inside the cars. Well, they all have blue lights because it's the emergency lights. The emergency light, but the where you can call the operator, the PIU, with the blue light.
But if he's saying it like that, then he probably mean the 7,000.
Yeah.
Because you can really tell it. You can really tell the blue light in that rail car.
Courtney says, damn, bro.
What?
We still don't remember him.
Yeah. He said he put his badge. He funny. He said badge 734 flagger and full.
You had an altercation
Oh.
with a young boy flagger back.
Oh, wait. You wore.
What?
He was the one that had the switchman uniform on. You don't remember him?
Shoot. No. Switchman uniform?
Yeah. I remember the clerks was like, why he in here with this switchman uniform?
And he a
He
flagger?
said, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember you now. I remember you. What's up, man? Why you ain't say that?
He's stupid. He said, oh, who won the Hawks game? Not us. Not the
Yeah.
Hawks. It was a good game, though.
The Kraken won.
Yeah, they won.
It was a good game, but they kind of gave up in the third
Yeah,
period.
they did. I just said I'm done with driving, so it would definitely be on the rail side for me.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
You get tired of that road after a while. You like, yeah, you could have this road and this steering wheel.
What's going on? He said, yo, what's up? Are rail operators allowed to wear jeans?
No, sir.
You gotta wear. You literally
Yeah.
have to wear uniform. You either have an
See
option
this
to wear
uniform?
jumps. Okay, sure.
I'm sorry.
Show it off.
You weren't showing it.
I was.
You gotta-
You ain't let me back up.
Oh,
So you wear a jumpsuit like what we're wearing. You can wear, of course, you have to wear the polo or a button up underneath, or you can wear the shirt with the pants. But you cannot wear jeans. The only time you will ever wear jeans is if you are a towerman or you're a flagger, or of course a clerk. Those are the only times that you'll be able to wear jeans.
Yep, that's
Okay.
it.
What y'all of the Bears winning today? What are your thoughts? The
Did
Bears.
the Bears win?
Did they win? Can we wear the shirts untucked?
Yeah, but that's sloppy.
SOP says everything you gotta be tucked in. Belt needs to be shown. But you got operators, bus and train operators that walk around with their shirt untucked. Do management ever say anything to them or supervisors say anything to? Not that I see. But for us, the petites, we wear our stuff tucked in. We like to come to work looking presentable and looking put together.
I would say you will never see our shirts untucked because we
wearing
wear the jumpsuit all the time. Like, I think the jumpsuit is comparable to the pants. Like the pants, like $80. So I might as well put a few more dollars together and get me a full jumpsuit.
Like I said, you got the belt loop. Oh no, this is a different jumpsuit. He was remember because of jump.
Oh yeah.
This is the
No,
thinner one.
I didn't. Yeah, this the thin one. I need to take that to the cleaners. I'm actually gonna go this week on my off days to drop that off, cause it's cold. It's getting cold.
Mendoza, he said, look at these top-notch motormen. Hey, Mendoza, how you doing, Baba?
He said top notch motorman.
Yeah, so the Bears did win today. How you feel about that?
Oh yeah. I digress.
Really?
They got to show me more, man. Y'all want a new stadium and all this, but you got to start winning some stuff. He said, "Bear down." Okay, bear down. I'm gonna get off the Bears' head. Okay.
He said, okay. Oh, thanks for the Green Line video. Of course.
Yeah.
Transit Land. I'm sorry, Chicagoland Transit. That was the operator that we interviewed. So he's in the live with us. So yes, shout out to him as well.
Yeah.
For allowing
So
us to interview him.
our boy Jesus.
Yes.
That video came out. Y'all know that video was in the making for like 6 months. Tell them, Jesus.
Literally.
Because they tried to stop our shine. So.
Yeah.
But we figured out a loophole.
Not even a loophole. We just figured our own lane. Figured out our own path. So. All right, ladies.
It sound like the 2026 buses. Yeah. I think they easier to operate those new Novas.
The new Novas ride smoother.
And they got tinted windows.
I love the tinted windows. That's my favorite feature of the whole bus. The tinted windows. And I don't even have tinted. The operators don't have the tinted windows. The passengers do. Fire.
He said, "Do y'all only do the blue line?" I'm blue pink, so I can go on the pink line. She's just blue line for now, but she operated off the green line.
But after 6 months, you lose that. Cause I lost my green line qual when I came blue. Cause blue and pink, they run together as far as like what you can operate. If depending on what terminal you're out of. But yeah, so I lost my green line qualification. But yes.
He said, Drew Carr, he said, back to work for you guys. Love the channel. Man,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank
Appreciate, we
you.
be seeing your comments. Appreciate all the support. Yeah, back to work. I'm like, ah, man. What's an alarm clock?
I'm on way to work too. Red line opera checking in. Love the video.
What?
So are you
Man.
next or what? We're gonna
Yeah,
come interview you?
somebody asked me today.
Man.
Somebody asked me. They said, "Why y'all don't do the red line?" I said, "They. I don't know. Is they scared? They running away from us?" I said, "Don't nobody from the red line want to talk to us."
Yeah, we don't.
So we've been trying to. We've been trying to talk. I know a couple redliners. John Stevenson. Wait.
I don't know.
John, you don't remember John? You remember little skinny John? Ain't you my boy's wife? Hell yeah. I asked him, he's told me he camera shy.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus, he's over there, but he's been kind of busy.
Yeah.
I need to just reach out. If I bug him,
He probably will.
yeah, he probably would do it.
What's up, guys? Former NYCTTO. Awesome channel. Keep it up. Hey, John. Thank you so much.
Yes. Appreciate it.
That's another trip we gotta do. We gotta go to New York.
Yeah, we've been trying to link up with what?
He said y'all on vacation with a uniform on. No, we went back to work today. So
Yeah.
we got home.
Today was the first day back.
He said, do y'all think the red line will go all the way to 130th?
They trying to extend it. Yeah.
Once they finish the
Yeah,
extension.
from what I heard, they already have some of the footprint, some of the tracks already, like, you know, that whole footprint. What they waiting on, I don't know. You know, it's a whole bunch of bureaucratic tape to cut through with that, but man, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think, would I do the red line? No, I can't do no red line. I can't do no red line.
I don't think I'm built for the red. I always
Yeah, man.
I like it. The only negative thing I think about is them brutal winters y'all deal with. Y'all don't deal with brutal winters in New Jersey? What's going on? What do you mean? It is a little crazy out here, though.
Sean Palmer said, I'm a flagger out of 95th.
What's going on, Sean? Welcome. Hey.
Yeah. 95th. Do you live out south? Is that convenient for you to flag out of 95th? Because I can almost guarantee you, if you flag out of 95th, they're going to keep you as a train operator.
Yeah. He said, hey, Deontay, did I pronounce that correctly? Hey. He said President Trump is withholding the funding for the red line, unfortunately. Wow.
Yeah, that did happen.
Really
He said he holding money on all the Democrat cities.
Will the brown line go to Jefferson Park?
Whoa!
That's great. That's one hell of a transfer.
Back in the day, I
feel like it used to.
they trying to do it would be called the Silver Line.
Silver.
Yeah, that's it was a YouTuber that did a video on that. I don't want to say the wrong person. I can't remember, but yeah, I think that would be called the Silver Line. Why not? You know, I think they need like a line that connects the loop, you know, goes around the outer loop. You know, I think it would cut down on a lot of commute times. Maybe Jesus can comment on that one.
I just said not as bad as Chicago from what I'm hearing. Lucky you, Papa. Lucky you. He said, I love watching your videos. Thank you. We appreciate that. He said, yeah, I'm right off of 63rd, so very convenient.
Oh, yeah, you set.
Trey said,
Now, do you, I'm sorry.
No,
do you, I was going to ask him.
Trey said that he was heading out, so I was just saying.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for stopping
by. See you later,
by. Stay blessed up. Yes, you too, Papa.
Yeah, he say stay blessed up, y'all.
Finish the sketch. We'll be here for you soon. Yes. Okay, go ahead, Adrian.
No, I was going to ask, so do you drive to 95th and park in the parking lot? Because I heard people be getting their cars busted into and stolen. That's what I want to know. Is it safe to drive and put your car over there?
Yeah. Jalen says they did talk about having Pink Line go to Kimball years ago.
The Pink Line go to Kimball?
Years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... wow, that would kind of be cool, though. Because you're going from 54 to Kimball, that would be easy. You just go at, you know,
you just would make a left.
You don't think
You would
that
make a
loop-
left at Tower 18.
do
Oh,
the loop first, like how the
so
maybe
go through the loop and then instead of going back to 54th, you
go
just go
to
straight.
North Mart.
Yeah.
That would be cool, actually. He said, real quick, y'all should do interviews from flaggers. You think
You wanna-
flaggers would be interested? You, what's his name? I'm sorry, I said you the one from 95th, Sean. You'd be interested in doing an interview as a flagger position? I mean, perspective, rather? Is a red line that bad? It depends on who you ask. Because some people love the red line, some people despise it, people stay away from it, people choose the red line because it's close to the house. People choose the red line because they have the 5000s over there. It's a fast route. There's rarely any slow zones. So it just depends on who you ask if the red line is that bad.
Do you all love being CTA train operators or bus operators? Yes, it's rewarding.
Yeah. I thought I love being a bus operator. I love being a train operator more.
It's nothing like looking through your train. I'm gonna give you a quick story. When I was in training, I was in line instruction where you ride out with a senior train operator and they teach you and coach you on what to do. It was rush hour and we were headed back to 54th. We had just left the loop. And she looked at me because I was focused on operating. I wanted to be perfect. And she looked at me, she said, look back through your train. You see how crowded your train is? And I looked back through it. I said, oh my God, that's me.
Yes.
I chased that and I receive that feeling every day I go to work. That's a great feeling. So
Sean says they have a parking lot, but I take the train.
yeah.
You should.
Uh-huh.
He said they also talked about extending the Orange Line to Fort City Mall, but since the mall's not what it used to be, I'm not sure if that's even needed, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't even be feasible.
Yeah.
That mall is dead.
Okay. Any more bus driver interviews coming soon?
Yes. We are in the works with a couple of them.
Operators,
Yeah.
Rex, what is the typical shift like? How many hours? Do they have a cap on the amount of hours you can operate in a shift?
For bus operators, I think.
I don't think is there a limit?
So there was a story, right? When I was at 74th, this guy, he was out there driving so long, I think he had made it to like 18 or 19 hours of operating his bus. And they had to go send like a supervisor or manager to go take the bus from him and take him off his route and drive him back to the garage. Cause they showed up and he like, what y'all doing? They said, you gotta come off this bus. You've been out here too long. He said, but I'm okay, I'm fine. I can keep operating. They said, you better get off this bus right now. You've been out here too. He was operating like 18, 19 hours. Now for train operators, it's a little different. I think the most you could do is maybe 13 to 16 hours.
Yeah.
And you could work a double. But they're a little iffy on that because of old girl that ran the train up the escalator. She messed it up for us. So.
And the shift, it just depends. Like if you're on the board, you either have the AM board, the PM board, the midnight board. It just depends on, what you choose and what you are, able to, either based on your seniority and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving? We haven't really talked about that.
He said anybody bus operator interviews coming up. Somebody they was on here earlier. Remember he went to bed. He starts his new higher orientation tomorrow.
He does.
So he starts training tomorrow. So we know they moving along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said I like catching the bus more than train. Really? Do you have a preference, train or bus?
I like them both.
Yeah, right? He said, ¿Cómo está la Nina Azul? Which is, he said, how's the blue line? It's straight. It's good. It takes you an hour and a half to get from one end to the other, but it's straight. He said, y'all remember the CTA Nabi 7560? Oh, Lord, what is it?
FW that retired in 2009 that came in service in 2004. Is that the little short bus? The little,
is that what that is?
Look like a clown car?
Not a clown car, you're silly.
I was like, what's this?
4.x Lexus 6. Sorry, he said hey. Do CTA provide parking for bus operators employee, or do they have to find street parking?
No, it's parking at the garage.
Yeah, you can find.
That's one
anytime-
thing they gonna make sure. They gonna make
Yeah.
sure you gonna
Park.
either park or you gonna catch the bus and the train in. They gonna make sure you get to work.
He said, I would love to see you all ride the 78 Montrose bus like a video. We'll add it to the list. 78 Montrose.
78 Montrose.
Yeah.
Any places to eat on Montrose that you would recommend?
Yes. Someone said, all it takes is one person to change the rules and regulations. That's it.
That's true.
That's so true.
It only takes for one person to mess up, and then you got all these rules and new SOPs now.
He said the accordion bus is what he was saying.
Oh, it was an accordion bus? That's
Yeah.
what he was talking about?
It was only there for 5 years before they retired it. Interesting. He said, Elijah said, how many years do you guys have with the CTA again? So in total, we have a little bit over 3 years. We started on the bus. I started July 2022. He started August 2022. And then you went to the rail January 2023. I came to the rail January 2024. So 3 years in total, but train operating a little bit over a year and a half now. He said, do you feel operating the train in the loop around Wabash Lake Curve? Back in 1977, the train fell off the track and straight up to that curve.
It did. Yes. You know what? Wow, you just took me back. Every time I would come around that curve, I would cringe. Because it's a sharp curve. And
Oh, yeah? Okay, I'll look at it.
so when you go around that curve, your allowable speed is like 15. But it don't seem like you should be going 15.
But there's also a speed limit sign by the tracks.
Yeah.
So
on all the curves.
Well, right.
Yeah.
So even though let's say
it says
allowed,
15.
Yeah.
Right?
Even though it says 10 on that curve.
Oh yeah, it says 10, but operators doing 15 around that curve.
They're gonna tell you if you have 2 speed limits or allowable speed, either your ADU or whatever your display unit is showing you, or whatever's on track level, take the most restricted speed. They're gonna teach you how to do that. So really, on that curve, you should only be going 10 miles per hour.
That was a good question because that's probably why I don't like operating the elevator, because I would cringe every time I go around that curve. Yeah, that's a sharp curve.
Especially when the train coming the other side.
Yeah, it's like close. It's like when you see a train coming, you like, no. Yeah, I would cringe. I was like, man. I remember in training, the veteran operator, he'd look at me. He said, "What are you doing, sir? It says 15. Go 15." I was scared to do those turns going 15.
He said it had a crack in the oh my god.
The articulated joint.
Yes,
the accordion part.
That's crazy. A crack.
I heard a story. They said it was cold out and it had got stuck. You know, it had got stuck going one way, so the bus was like driving sideways.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He said, I'm still watching your video when y'all was riding the number 9 Ashland bus.
That's the nice car? The night car?
That was our first night car.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the night car videos? Do you want to see more of those? Or should we just stay kind of more towards the morning? Like, how do you guys feel about that?
I think they want something night. Y'all want something dangerous, don't y'all?
He said after that accident, it came out that the train operator was high on marijuana. Jesus Christ. Wow. See, going back to, it just takes one person, bro.
He said, see them brutal winners.
Damn, Elijah, you ain't wrong. Sorry for the confusion of my words. My spelling sucks. Don't worry about it. Ain't nobody worried about that.
You all good.
You all good over here. Don't worry about that. Dang.
That's funny. Man, he still got me thinking about that question. He said, how y'all like operating around that corner? Man, that corner sucked. Man.
I think for me, I was more scared that my train was just gonna flip over, like it was just gonna fall off. Like, I don't know. I think that was what I was more scared about. There was one time I lost my door relay and I was in the middle of that damn curb because I stayed in late.
Wow. Yeah.
And so when you're going south, I literally lost my. And can you imagine you're walking through your road cars and you're like having to like catch yourself from falling over because you're literally on a curb. I was terrified at that time.
I stay off the elevator.
Right. Do operators have bathroom emergency often? Wait. Do operators have bathroom emergencies often? What they do?
Emergency to use the bathroom?
You gotta use the bathroom, take it personal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go to the nearest station.
now keep in mind, some stations may not even have a bathroom or a working bathroom. But hey, if you gotta use it, 126 control, I'm north of Jeff Park, I'll be at a personal. Secure your motor cap and go use the bathroom. You know?
It says that curve in the loop area. Yeah, it's in the loop area.
Yeah.
It's between Staten Lake.
Staten Lake and what is that?
The new station.
Washington and Wabash.
Yeah. They actually gonna do construction on that station. They supposed to be expanding it, making it bigger.
Oh,
Staten Lake.
Yeah.
So they gonna shut it down for like a
Ooh,
couple years or something, I think.
Really? He said, I got the call voices from the 74 garage. Hey, ladies.
He said what?
I got the call voices from the 74 garage. What do you mean? I would be terrified operating a train on the green line when it crosses.
Dre said, you missing comment? He said, I can't believe the trainer said that. It says 15 miles per hour. Go 15. I would have been. Yeah, I was looking at him like, I was sweating. Cause he peeped that I was slowing down like on them curves. Cause they thing is they want to stay on time so they can get to their break.
Yeah, to the layover.
What you was gonna say?
Oh no, I didn't mean to. My bad.
Okay.
No, I was gonna read his comment. I would be terrified operating a train on the green line when it crossed over the Grand Ryan Expressway. That was the best part for me, because you were so imagine your train going into emergency and you gotta take your train at that high of a level. I feel so walking in, like I felt like I wasn't afraid of heights until I had to walk the tracks in the elevator. I'm like, oh, maybe a little bit I am. But you have to, it's almost like you're forced to get over that fear very quickly. And also, I feel like the adrenaline rush kind of gets you through that too. But yes, I think that's the highest point that CTA has, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
That green line over the Dan Ryan is the highest. Ladies.
These dogs.
You're going to make me fall, please.
You say.
Okay. I'm going to say it. Say what? I'm confused.
Right. I'm trying to see what he's saying. He said, I'm going to say.
I got all the call voices from the 74 garage.
What's a call voice?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. Ladies.
Official Deluvi say, happy Sunday. How are you guys doing? We doing good.
I'm good. How are you?
Was he the one that had the comment that said, imagine walking...
Imagine
walking past the elevator and a sunflower seed hit you in the head.
Was that you?
Man, we laugh about that like once a day.
I guess I'm so tickled by that.
So funny.
He said, yeah, that was him. That was hilarious. He said, what kind of hours do new bus and train operators work and how long the probation period?
I think probation is 6 months.
Yeah.
But it all depends. It depends on the need of the company and the garage you're going to. You can go to a bus garage where they need you overnight. You can go to a bus garage where they need you during the day.
Yeah.
You can go to a train terminal where they need you on the PM. It just all depends on what kind of gap they're trying to fill at the moment.
Right.
So it all depends, but you could be working, any of those. They may say they need you in the morning. So it just all depends.
Like when I was a bus operator, when I started at 77, I was at the bottom of the list. So the one difference, actually, now I just remembered, the one difference between train and bus is that when you're on the bus outside on the extra board, which is a rotating schedule, there are no different type of boards. There's no AM board, PM board, midnight board. There's none of that. It's just strictly one board, and wherever you fall on the senior list is what you're going to fall for. So when I first qualified, so when you're a newly first qualified bus operator out of any garage, you're going to be at the bottom of the board, which you're going to work midnights. So what I would do when I was there for the first 3-4 months, I would do night cars, which means like the overnight shift. I would either be on 79th or I would be on Cottage. Because those would be there's 3 actually night cars out of 77 Garage. So 4 Cottage, 79th, and 87th Street. But the ones that I would fall for would be 79th Street or Cottage. And then as you get people under you, of course, that boosts up your schedule.
Yeah.
So it just depends. But on the rail side, there's different boards you can pick, AM board or the PM board, and then from there, kind of same concept of, if you know, the higher you are on the board, the earlier shift you'll get. Yes. Yeah. He said, do you get to choose certain lines you want to operate, or do you get whatever is available? So it's when you're a flagger and you go into train operator training, they're gonna automatically assign you to where they want to assign you, and that's based on needs of the system. If they need 4 blue line operators, they're gonna send the first 4 they want to pick. So at first, you don't get to choose what terminal you're gonna be out of. It's not until a section pick or a system pick that you'll be able to move around to a different terminal. Let's see.
I want to show them our train.
Yes, totally train. How does an operator get assigned to the holiday train?
Ooh, you gotta know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
And you gotta be here for a long time too, because those veterans or the vets, the old timers, are the ones that normally do those holiday trains that actually operate it. He lives in Peoria. I'm trying to be a rail operator for the Green Line from Harlem to Cottage Grove, so I need experience. How long is that drive from Chicago? How long is, you know? Do it, put in for it. When you see flagger or you see any, like you said earlier, get your foot on the door, and then once you see that position for flagger, go for it. So you become a train operator.
He said, where you get that toy from? I get... So when we were at Kimball doing the video with Ryan, we went to the instructor's office, and I saw some of these laying on his desk, and I was like, "Hey, you got some extra ones?" And he went to his desk and he had one. I want to get the bus one now. The bus that's like this, it's a Nova. So I got the train. I'm searching for the Nova. I'm gonna get it too.
But Lou said, do you guys think you will ever interview Choo Choo Ronnie? Who is that? Who's Choo Choo Ronnie?
Yeah, who is Choo Choo Ronnie?
Can you request for an overnight shift when you are brand new?
Yeah.
But on the bus, you're just automatically gonna get an overnight shift when you start out. So, yes. Which garage did the 78 Monster, I think he meant Montrose, bus come out of? Ooh, it's either Forest Glen or North Park. I think I want to say Forest Glen, but don't quote me. It's one of the 2 north side garages. You got the toy. He's a nice train. Oh, they said 78 comes out of Forest Glen. There we go. He said 2 hours. I say by Springfield, Illinois, the state capital.
Whoa.
You have to make that move.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, make that move.
Yeah. If you're serious about, and you have the job, and you're serious about CTA,
yeah,
you're gonna have to make that move. I mean, they don't say that you can't live or that you have to live in the city to work for CTA. They don't say that.
That's a hell of a commute.
But that is, I found today one of our coworkers. He lives in Waukegan.
Yeah,
that's one hell of a drive.
That drives out.
There's people that drive and live in Naperville, Indiana. So you have people that travel to get to work. So it's really up to you if you are up for that commute. But you have to consider your commute time to also operate a train or bus too. So. Cool train toy, Baba. He said Ronnie Carr. He's a well-known pink line.
Oh, Ron Carr. That's the other motor. So
yes.
There's 2 motors. So you have train operators, train operators, and then you have motors. Motors were the original title of train operators. They were called motormen. So from what I know, there's only 2 left. There's one that I call my uncle. He's 105 motor, yes. And then you have Ron Carr.
Yep.
He's a motor too, but I don't think he goes by that.
Really?
No, he don't want you to call him. Well, I don't want to say he don't want you to call it. He just
doesn't have a preference.
Yeah, he doesn't have a preference.
Okay.
But yeah, I was trying to catch up with Ron Carr a few months back, but I think our schedules didn't align.
Yeah.
But yeah, he operates all.
The
He
holiday.
he operates the holiday train and the charter trains.
Yes. Elijah says, do employees have to pay to ride the bus and train?
Nope, it's free.
It's free for us. Metro and Pace is free.
Metro Pace and CTA.
Yep. He said, who makes the most money, the employees of CTA or the higher up of CTA?
The employees.
Because think about the people that work at headquarters, managers, presidents, so people like that. They are salary, so they're capped at a certain amount of money per year. Whereas people that are hourly like us, you're not capped at all. So if you're humping, your wallet's getting full. So yeah. Will they do Blue Line on the Douglas branch again? Ooh.
They wouldn't need to.
Because of the Pink Line.
Yeah, you just once you get off at Clark and Lake, just
that was the point. That was the whole point of the Pink Line.
Yeah.
So yeah. So no, that's.
But I did speak with some of the older operators. They said that they love to get that run, that went from O'Hare. I'm assuming it went from O'Hare to 54th. They said they really enjoyed it and it paid a lot.
He said you both do an excellent job of explaining things. Thank you. We try. Yeah. At least we try.
The union is 308, local 308.
Do the CTA bus run all night? Not every route, but there are routes that run 24/7. Those are, if you look at the bus stop, if it has an owl icon next to it, and that's how you know that that's a night car, meaning that route runs all day, every day. Keep in mind though, when you do those later night cars, there's only it's like what, 15-20 minutes in between buses. And the same thing with the Blue Line and the Red Line. Late at night, you don't need that many buses and trains out between like 2 and I think like between like 12 a.m. and maybe like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So I gotta go. It was nice seeing you guys live, and hopefully you guys will do this again soon. Have a wonderful night. Thanks, Brother Loop. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming by.
it.
We appreciate it. He said the Pink Line got a ramp next to the Blue Line. Yes, they do. What's that incline called? Harrison or Loomis? They told me it was like when you're closer to the Blue Line, that's Loomis Junction, and when you're up on that incline, it's Harrison. Yes. Yeah. He said, if a person takes care of a disabled family member, will CTA work with you as a bus operator? If a person takes care of a disabled family member, will CTA work with you as a bus operator? You mean like your schedule, like your availability? Is that what you mean? Right?
Yeah.
Maybe. So here's the thing. When you're working with CTA, they need you. And it's almost like they need your undivided time and attention. Not only for safety, for your training. Unless you come in as a part-time bus operator, that will be the only time you will be able to get partial hours or part-time hours. Even if you have to, take care of a family member at home. So that's one thing I would say that I can think of off the top of my head, just from experience and from hearing people. Yeah, he said yes, schedule. So yeah, that's be the only thing. If you feel like you do need, a certain amount of hours, and you may want to apply for a part-time bus operator.
Well, I know at least for the first 30, 35 days, you got to devote, that time for training, because they don't want you missing training and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So maybe after that, you could probably work something out, with the managers and the clerks and stuff like that.
Deontay says, I know the 22 Clark Street bus is a 24-hour bus. Yep, it is. Clark is a 24. Drew said, if you operate the train and running 5 minutes early to the next station, what do you do? Just wait there at the station or just slow down?
Catch me if you can.
I was going to say it depends. Again, it depends on who you ask. What he'll do is, like he just said, catch me if you can. Rail control or supervisors, time point supervisors will tell them, like, hey, give me 2 minutes in your next 3, because at that point, either you're running hot or there's a train standing in front of you, right? Me, per se, I think this might be the bus side of it that kind of drilled in my head, like, keep your attention on your run paddle so that you know where you are as far as time goes. So it just depends. If you feel like, if you're early, and you feel like you want to kind of slow down, you can. Control might slow you down, and manager might slow you down. So it just really depends on who you ask to answer that question.
It's time to get somewhere.
I know. That was me today. I was like, man, I'm trying to get home. I saw taillights the whole way from Jackson to O'Hare today. I'm like, it's time to clock out. Hey, mommy, how are you? You doing okay? He said, what's your favorite line besides the blue line? My favorite line is the green and red.
I like the brown.
That's cool.
I like the brown line.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I think it's like antique-ish to me.
Yeah, they have those more old school stations. The Quincy's are probably my favorite station because it has like the old school feel to it. Elijah says, were you guys born and raised in the city? Yes, I was born and raised in Logan Square. You were born and raised on the west side. Yeah. Transit Authority, I'm going to sleep. Y'all have a good night. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. We're finna go to sleep too.
Yeah.
We got an early start.
Yes. So it says the buses, that's 24 hours, they have enough gas to keep them going all night. Yeah. You'll get a fully fueled bus for the overnight shift.
Yeah. They fuel the buses every day.
Yeah.
Or every night, rather. So.
He said, what garage? This is my last question, then we're going to say goodnight to you guys as well. What garages do new operators get sent to mostly?
Everywhere.
Yeah, that's hard.
They need operators everywhere.
What in my class, and this is 3 years ago. In my class, the majority of the class, my class was sent to Chicago, Kedzie, 74th, 77th, 103rd. So the south, like mid city to south side garages, those were the ones that was really hit up. Those maybe like 2 that got sent to Forest Glen and 2 got sent to North Park. So it just really depends. Now again, that was 3 years ago. I don't know what it's like now, but they get all sent to
different.
all of them.
Yeah.
So that's it. We appreciate you guys. I didn't think we are gonna be on here for an hour and a half. Is that how many minutes? Yeah, 96 minutes. Thanks for hanging in with us. Tuning in. Sorry, it's time for me to go to bed.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes. So, good night.
We'll probably do another live. Maybe we could do it.
Wednesday?
Maybe our day off.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah. So we'll schedule something and do a live again.
Yes. We love you guys. Thank you so much. It's coming to frame. We love you guys and have a good night. We'll see you on Wednesday with the live. And yeah. We appreciate y'all. Okay, I got something in the comments.
Right, I want to keep reading.
Wait, we were just saying, you know. All right, for real. Good night, everyone. Safe travels home, to work, wherever you're going.
See y'all later.
Bye.